welcome back to my cup of TV with Jenny,
JD
And Kat.
So, Vampire Diaries. Kat and JD caught up. You got together, didn't you, to catch up?
Yeah.
Watch them together. Yeah.
did. We had a little pizza and Vampire Diaries night. You're lucky we didn't just keep watching, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
If only we could do that, but I think it'd be quite annoying for you guys for us to be munching on pizza all the way through. Yeah, so season 3, episode 18, The Murder of One.
Over and over and over again, because in which case that's Alaric. I don't know.
So please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And over on Patreon we're much further ahead. We're well into season 4 by now. And on YouTube, if you get membership, you are 2 episodes ahead.
Here's your ring, Rick. Put it on. That ring, that's the reason I've killed people. It's also the reason you're alive. You're going vampire hunting, Rick. Wear it.
Would you put it on? I don't think I'd want anything to do with it. Or them, like, because obviously the risk there.
If I'm going vampire hunting, I'd wear it just for that.
I have no wish to help you, only to see you dead.
Right, well that's the thing, you see, you won't be able to see me dead, because if I die then you die, so wish unfulfilled.
That's such a sibling argument.
Why?
Rebecca is our target.
Should we distract her and catch her off guard?
To do that, we need to keep Klaus separate and occupied.
Caroline,
Why do I always have to be Klaus' fate?
play Rebecca.
We use the quarterback to distract her. Just keep her talking.
How?
Act interested. She's lonely.
Desperate.
Clearly, she slept with you.
You can't force me to help you.
Oh, I most likely could. Why force when I can persuade?
Ah.
Sage.
Oh, so he does care.
What do you know?
To be fair, it's been so long, you may have assumed she was gone.
I mean, did you learn nothing from the moonstone and the soap dish? Why? Where'd you put yours? It seemed up to 900 years you moved on.
I took care of myself. But I never stopped loving you, Finn. And I want you to die.
Interesting, that could give him a new reason to live.
Klaus's brother, Finn.
I also think it's nice that he obviously hasn't gone after her because he assumed that she's moved on, you know.
Has been in a call.
Gotta admit, even for me, it's a little kinky.
You pretended to be interested in me. And then you slept with me, so your trampy friend Sage could steal my thoughts.
I like her boots.
Her whole outfit.
You wanna compel me to be your boyfriend?
Actually, I'd rather compel you to kill your brother. Or Elena.
Don't you think it would be easier to hang him upside down?
I'm perfectly capable of inflicting pain, thank you very much.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I have any expertise in the matter.
You know, why don't you just leave me be? And I'll manage your witch.
I do think they do the sibling dynamics perfectly with the extremes of violence.
What are you doing here?
Checking up on you. In case you're not you.
I'm so sorry.
Right after I turned into a vampire, I killed someone. And what's worse is I liked it.
That must be really hard to admit to yourself.
I have blood on my hands too. And we all do. So I'm going to take a page from the Elena Gilbert handbook and choose to believe that you can be saved.
Wise beyond her years, Caroline.
Okay?
She wasn't always, but she is now, which is really interesting development.
Although I'm glad we saw some anger in her earlier. You know, because that's a normal...
Yes.
It's almost like someone with a mental health problem who does something. You're angry with them, but you also understand that they're not always responsible.
Yeah.
Rebecca has Damon. Our next move should be finding him.
No, we need to stay on point. Elena, I understand that you're concerned about my brother's life, but if he even knew for 1 second that we were talking about missing a chance to kill these people, he would lose his mind.
Yeah, and if the roles were reversed, he would stop everything to save you.
I think they're both right, though.
But why aren't they realising... Sorry, like,
Just pause for a sec.
2 birds, 1 stone. Go save Damon, kill Rebecca. Rebecca
Yeah.
is the one with Damon.
Or, in killing Finn, Rebecca will die.
Yeah, but...
Then you can go pick him up.
Mm.
But, Yeah, another one of those great arguments they have in this show where you're like, you're both right.
Yeah.
Damon would say, forget me, kill them. But Damon would also say, no, Stefan first.
But they don't know they've got Bonnie.
That's true, they don't know about
Yeah,
Bonnie.
that's true.
Or someone's watching Jeremy.
Yeah. I'm glad that they've addressed them trying to contact Bonnie, though, and the fact that she's not there. Because sometimes we'll sit here and go, well, why has no one got Bonnie?
Yeah. They seem to just
They are aware that
pluck
she's not
Bonnie
there.
out of episodes every now and again, and we're like, well, where is she? Oh, that's nasty.
What are you doing? Rebecca killing you.
Then hurry up and tell me what to do.
Ooh.
Look at me.
Don't be an idiot.
Part of me feels like this is
I am not going to
some
leave
kind
you.
of hallucination.
Drink.
Well, this is time wasting.
Told you who's listening.
Oh.
Bitch.
What was that?
I wouldn't let it bother you, love.
Well, it does bother me. You bother me. Well, you use me to get what you want. It's not right.
To living life to the fullest.
To living life.
Oh, what the hell?
My vein.
Si sponos, amigo. De conjunto suo.
I don't understand why he's trying to take on an original by himself.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I don't think he's entirely thinking straight still, though.
He's not his own.
Did they get him? They did!
Yeah, Matt did.
I feel kind of bad that they've killed the one of them that actually had the morals. Do you know what I mean? Because you could see that in Sage, he was
Yeah.
like not happy that she was turning people. He wouldn't wish that on anyone. So it's quite sad that out of any of them, it's him.
Yeah.
And look, Bonnie's already disconnected him. So just gonna leave the other siblings pissed off.
But they don't know that, do they?
No.
Apparently Damon hurt her feelings. Go on. Help him. Save the man who turned your mother into a vampire.
Just get me out of here.
Very well.
Interesting.
They have a complicated history.
Klaus has Damon.
Klaus should be dead.
He forced me to do a spell that unlinked all the siblings. He's still alive.
Good that they have more stakes though.
Where's Damon?
It's bad, Elena. He threatened Jeremy and my mom.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
So she doesn't have anyone right now that's just like for her.
And she's constantly being pushed and pulled.
Yeah.
Do this and so, or this or person will hurt, or do this or this person will die, or whatever.
Klaus does not get to survive this. Not after everything he took from me.
I miss well-adjusted stuff. Ding dong. Good. Then you know I like to go all 10 rounds.
Cool. Oh, that's some magic.
What is happening to me?
Oh. Well, maybe her and Finn will be together after all.
She just died.
Oh! They came in, they weren't invited!
So Sage and
Is that why?
No one owns the house.
Why? Maybe Sage was so in love with Finn, she just died of sadness.
No, that doesn't explain.
It's the blood. The blood mark.
It has to be. Think about it. Finn turned Sage, Sage turned Troy. They're all part of the same vampire bloodline that originated with Finn.
Wait, so when an original dies, every vampire turned from their bloodline dies along with them?
Oh yeah, we thought this before, didn't we? Which means that they're going to be killing themselves.
If the originals die, so do all of you. The entire vampire species would just be dead.
Which makes a lot of sense with the mother. It would get rid of all vampires.
Finn's dead.
You killed my brother?
I said, go home.
But he can't. Oh! Don't, that's nasty. Oh.
We still have enough to kill 3 out of the 4 of them, if we can figure out who to save. If the odds are in our favor, hopefully it won't be Klaus, so that we can still kill him. We know for a fact that he turned one of us.
Tyler?
Alright, stop before you hurt yourself.
I've given you someone to hate, to loathe, a target for all of your anger, so you don't have to turn it on yourself. I've given your life purpose as your friend.
I just can't with his idea of like, I did this for you.
It's a narcissist.
And since when did you have a soft spot for them?
The Salvatores may fight like dogs, but in the end they would die for each other. At least they know what family means.
Locating Klaus was easy. It allowed me to ignore everything that was happening around me.
Stefan.
No, just admit it. Admit it to me, Elaine. I know you don't know it to me, but I just need to hear you say it.
I can't. Because it's not true, Stefan. I never stopped loving you.
I know that.
So what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that you're also in love with Damon. I just want you to look me in the eye and tell me that you don't feel something for him.
I don't know what I feel.
That's the most honest Stefan has been for a while.
I think I've only got a tiny bit left. He's doing a good job of going between the logic and the emotion. Because it's the logic of, I understand how and why this has happened, and I'm being mature about it by bringing it up instead of having a tantrum. But then when she does, in a way, admit that there's something, the emotion takes over.
Yeah.
And he walks away rather than discussing it, do you know what I mean? Which I think is quite realistic on both, you know. Yeah.
Steak. Try behind these books here. A bookshelf? Really? You said I was trying to be clever about it.
Don't.
No.
Where the hell is it? You can tell anybody, Damon. I'm the only... What? Are you telling me that your vampire-hating alter ego has a stake that could kill an entire line of vampires, possibly mine? That's exactly what I'm telling you.
It's like they're fighting a ghost or something.
The murder of one?
Only one, yeah. Didn't we say before something about if you kill an original, I wonder if the line from them all goes. So I think we suspected that before.
Yeah.
In a way, they got lucky that it was just Finn then.
Yeah, because he's been dead most life.
Yeah, and he, because of his morals, wouldn't have turned that many people. It was more who Sage had turned.
Yeah, I believe he only ever turned Sage.
Oh.
So it would just be who'd Sage turned, and she apparently just turned on a whim.
Yeah.
So
Probably loads of randoms.
Although it does give you a crazy idea that there was some vampires just going about the daily business.
Yeah!
Who just dropped dead.
No, start getting a nosebleed, then turning grey and having veins coming out, and then that's terrifying for anyone to see.
All over the world, there's coroners being brought these bodies going, I have no idea.
Because not everyone's got a Caroline to clear up.
Yeah.
There's this body. I don't know how they died. They have no ID. There's no record of this person existing.
Yeah, I like the Caroline. Vampire body cleanup is not my strong suit.
It's kind of sad as well in a way that obviously it's good that they discovered that through the least amount of connections with Finn.
Yeah.
But it's kind of sad because Finn and Sage could have had like a nice future together in a way, because you know what I mean, he's like, maybe he was the least dickish of all the originals. So he had morals, he didn't want to, he didn't believe in all hurting other people. So yeah, it's just kind of sad for them really, like just about to live life together, and Sage was going to show him all the experiences of the world he's missed, and then they die.
I don't think they would have had a life together.
No.
I think his morals on
Sage is
on her behaviour,
yeah,
he wouldn't have wanted that. And for her,
no, but she might have changed.
No, she's a strong woman. I think she would very much be I'm not going to be told how I should behave, which is fair as well.
Because also she's going to be like, I developed this persona because you fucking left me.
Well, yeah, I suppose the big thing there is that she liked it.
And,
do you know what I mean? She liked to be that manipulative,
and you never,
so
you left and you haven't come back to find me.
Yeah, it's not like, I was thinking initially of not as in telling what to do, but as in just showing her there's a different way, like the Salvatore brothers have done with the bags of blood or whatever. But yeah, I think the problem there, even if it wasn't telling, but it was showing there's another way, she liked killing.
Yeah.
And that's why she said every day, numerous times a day, my passions overtake my logic.
Yeah.
So yeah. Sorry, Sage.
Yeah, so no more Finn. They made the stakes, but have already lost the stakes.
It was a big old mistake.
And now
Erin's not here to enjoy that one.
And now Alaric's alter ego has hidden a stake.
That was the big fucking mistake.
And no one knows where it is. Who left him by himself?
Because when he came into the flat there, into the apartment, wasn't he asleep? Like he'd just been woken up. Like, obviously if he's been asleep, that might be when his alter ego was awake. So, how funny.
What I hadn't realised, again, rewatch, is when Damon is hiding his stake and he makes a comment about, did you not learn with the soap because he hid it with the wood?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, where'd you hide yours? And then someone interrupted them.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So Damon had playtime with Rebecca.
Just saying, do not screw around on a woman like that.
No.
You deserved that punishment.
And again, I have a lot of sympathy for Rebecca. Girl just wants to be put first by someone, have someone who loves her.
Yeah, to have an authentic connection in her life. Yeah.
And like I said, I ship Damon and Rebecca. Yes, it wouldn't be nice for the people around them that end up getting killed, but they would really have a nice time together, I think. Good match for each other.
Yeah. Shame.
And I said several times during, I love the way we see sibling dynamics in this show.
All the bickering is really good.
It's so real.
Yeah.
Things like Finn and Klaus. Well, if you die, then if you die as well, then you won't be around to see me die.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very funny.
And the way Rebecca and her, no, that's my plaything, you can't.
Yeah.
And the argument over if you hung him upside down, I know how to do it.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
I've done it before.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Doing it my way. It's true. It's funny.
Yeah. It's obviously in the end, I think there with Rebecca, she lost enjoyment at that point. And that was why she let him go.
Yeah, she wasn't having fun anymore.
Yeah.
But I think also she saw what she didn't have in their connection. So I don't know. I don't know if there is any shred of good in her or what, or if there was part of that was selfless, of like, oh, actually, it's not like he's obviously not a prick to everybody and no one will miss him. But actually, she kind of, I think jealous of their connection.
Yeah.
So she was like, all right, fair enough.
Well, I also think when she had Elena in the cave, and Elena was saying, you wouldn't get your revenge on me this quickly because it would take it away from you. You wouldn't have it anymore. I think with Stefan and Damon, there's a bit of, if I killed him, if I killed Stefan, what other connections to anybody do I have other than Klaus? So even if I'm having this thing with them being against them, there's still a relationship there that has been good at times.
Yeah.
So...
And in some sick, masochistic vampire you can heal way, yeah, she strung him up and bled him and whatever.
Yeah.
He's gonna heal, and then when the next time they see each other, he's gonna be like, "Hey, blondie Barbie bitch,"
Yeah.
and she's gonna be like, "Hey, it's a banter."
Yeah.
So it, like you say, it is something. It is a connection. So yeah, there's partly that too. That maybe she didn't really want to get rid of it. I don't know.
And for Rebecca, I also think I still think there's something feeling wise for Stefan, because you've got to remember she had the relationship with him, then she's been in the box.
Oh yeah.
So to kill his brother, you don't come back from that,
No.
even though he's just killed hers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's a weird one, but interesting as well that when Klaus said he was going to leave,
Yeah.
she was like, "And what if I want to stay here?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do?" Like, she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't really want to be part of it, I don't think, anymore. She wants to sort of, you know.
Well, I think it's also, she's got to be understanding that she can't, like what happened with Stefan, she can't have a relationship with anyone when she's with Klaus. He's too toxic about her relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's not her best self when she's around him, because he's just reinforcing all of her insecurities. She needs to, like we said, I think before, she needs to not be with anyone, as in relationship.
Yeah.
She needs to go do some healing, whatever that looks like for you, away from a toxic family.
Yeah.
Find out who she is and what she wants, find some peace in that, and then maybe she'll be in a much healthier position to have a relationship. Whereas right now, bless you, any of the relationships she has, she doesn't know how to have an authentic relationship. It's so toxic. She needs to go and heal
like she
first.
ignores the red flags because she's so desperate for it.
She is a walking red flag. She needs to go and change that to green.
And it shows that Klaus has no idea what family really is or means.
No, he just thinks that if you love me and we're family, then you do what I say.
Exactly.
You agree with me. You're here with me. Like, you're my servant, basically. And you're like, no. He doesn't. Yeah,
because I think it's very clear that Rebecca loves him. But unless she's doing what he wants, he sees it as, you're against me, and it's like that's not what love is.
But it comes from, doesn't it, being a little bit of a insecure little boy.
His dad.
Yeah. So he was an insecure little boy who got turned into a vampire, which just heightened it all. So he's then even worse, isn't he? And not only did he get turned into a vampire, he got turned into a hybrid.
Yeah.
So it's all
then he got betrayed by his mum.
Yeah, and then it all just feeds into this like insecurity, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like the opposite of love for him was complete rejection. So in his head somewhere he's thinking, well then actual love must be complete adoration, compliance and acceptance. And you're like, no. So,
it's like him building his new family. It's like, but the hybrids Tyler is showing you.
Yeah. Just because
he does not love you.
Yeah.
He's not...
He doesn't agree with you. He doesn't like you. Yeah.
And he seems to have, like, he has a bit of a thing with abandonment, doesn't he? Which is why he keeps them all in boxes and just...
But what's interesting is he's like this with Rebecca. He wants the hybrids that are going to do whatever he wants. Yet, again and again and again, he's trying to get Stefan's friendship, approval, like...
Yeah.
So, in a way... He wants to make people do what he wants, like the hybrids, but he's not with Stefan because he could, again, drain him, compel him, like he did before. But he's not. He wants...
He's disappointed that Stefan doesn't like him, but yet he's not doing anything to better himself.
Exactly. It's almost like, though, Stefan fighting it is kind of what makes him be like, oh, hold on a minute, no, this isn't how this is supposed to work. So
it was like when he lifted his compulsion from the 20s, it's like he expected Stefan to want to be his friend again. It's like, but you've murdered his girlfriend.
That
doesn't take that away.
Yeah, like he's almost a sort of like, yeah, but that was ages ago, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's not how.
Because
life
his
works,
emotional depth of a puddle. He's like, oh, well, that was yesterday. I murdered that person yesterday. It doesn't matter. Today's a new day. Ha, new hour. It's fine or fresh. You're like, that's not quite how that works.
And because him and Rebecca of the originals, obviously we haven't seen a lot of the others, but we know about Finn and Elijah. Him and Rebecca are a lot more sort of willing to just kill people for fun. And a bit more sort of use their power to make people do what they want, whereas sort of Elijah, we've not really, like, has said he didn't want to, he doesn't like it. Finn obviously didn't want to do that.
It's like Elijah and Finn were like, I don't actually know the actual order, and sorry if you've told us before, I can't remember. It's like they're the eldest, but they're like older souls, whereas like Klaus and Rebecca are almost like more immature than them.
I believe it's Finn, Elijah, Klaus, Cole, Rebecca.
Right.
Klaus is the problem middle child.
And that would make sense, right? Where Elijah and Finn, they do have that elder.
And it would also
vibe.
make sense of Rebecca being the youngest and the only girl in some of her more bratty behaviours.
Yeah. It's a funny one, isn't it? Because there's you never see any remorse from Klaus or Rebecca, really.
No.
It's just sort of like, and.
But then there have been references before to Klaus and Rebecca being kind of particularly close. Like Finn said, if you do that to me, you'll be doing it to your precious Rebecca. So, well, there was a lot for Stefan in this one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was surprised because it was that's a lot of emotion or acknowledging or being honest about how he's feeling and where he's at. From like the last episode, he was still very much in denial or poker face, not showing anything. So it's just interesting of why he's now suddenly facing things and talking out loud about them.
Well, it seems that since he got his humanity back, his main focus has been killing Klaus, getting rid of Klaus. Now that's been taken away, like you said, now he has to face everything else because he's got to move on from it.
Yeah, and that's sort of when he's gone like, how much time have I wasted on something that I now can't.
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore. Like,
and even if he can't do that, his anger at all of he can't get his revenge or just his comeuppance to Klaus for what Klaus did to him. So he still has to process kind of getting over that without actually having his closure of beating the shit out of Klaus or whatever. So he's kind of like, well, what do I do? Because I can't get him back because I've lost you. So yeah, it's almost like he was at a bit of a loss, I suppose, and there was nowhere to go. So maybe that's why he started being honest and talking it out loud.
It's the realisation that his anger at Klaus could end up getting him and Damon and others killed. And that, to be honest, I think the speech that Klaus gave did help Stefan, if not in the way Klaus intended it to, because it made Stefan realise, in going after you, hating you and doing all this with you all the time, I'm still all about you. You're still winning. You've got my attention. You've taken everything from me because I'm still with you, even if it's not in the way it was before.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like in any relationship that you have, even if you hate someone, if you spend that much time hating on them, you're not spending it on enjoying yourself. And so they still win.
It's expensive your presence. Yeah. Because you're giving them your energy.
I love Klaus's little speech. I have given you someone to hate.
God, so
I have done this for you.
Narcissistic, man. But that's why people say that forgiveness is the gift you give yourself. It doesn't mean that you're saying you're okay with whatever that person did. It's more of a just releasing. You're not going to give them your energy of hate anymore. So
I just love the words. As a friend, I did this for you.
Yeah, it's
even Rebecca was at the back like, what the fuck are you talking about?
But also it's kind of like I wonder if it's one of those lies that he's telling himself.
Klaus does,
Yeah, so Klaus is telling himself that lie to make it to be like, well, look how good I am. Like, I've done all this stuff and they just don't appreciate it.
You know that you're not the villain of your own story.
Yeah,
Klaus is like, all the stuff I've done for you, Stefan.
No one thinks they're the monster.
And you have the audacity not to appreciate me. The audacity of it.
Yeah. Tyler hates you, but I gave him life.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Interesting. It's interesting how you can say one thing, but he'll look at it from the
Yeah.
complete flip side.
Yeah.
This is why I connect with Klaus. Yeah, and he's asking Elena about her feelings for Damon.
Addressing that head on, because he hasn't asked about that for a while.
And it's funny, isn't it? Because it's been like a few episodes now since Elena kind of thought she did have feelings for Damon, but she's not actually any further in the process of admitting to herself what those might be.
Yeah, man.
So a lot of other people are like, we know you're in love with him, but she's not got there.
Yeah, so shit or get off the pot. Make a fucking decision.
Like, even Stefan knows, but she can't.
But I also think it's a sign of Stefan's maturity, which you would expect at his age, that he's addressing it and saying, like, almost you need to admit to yourself, because they can't move forward unless that is addressed and resolved.
No one in the three of them can until
and again that she's saying to him that she still loves him, and he could easily be like, I love you too, kiss kiss, we're back together, but he's
you will be covering up. Let's just put a big old sheet over that elephant in the room.
It's the maturity of this needs to be resolved before any of these relationships can go anywhere.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that Damon is still keeping Elena at arm's length.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think the beginning bit counts, because they were in the apartment with the saw. So I don't think that was because he wanted to keep her... He was doing
his normal deflection that he's so good at.
Yeah, that wasn't because he emotionally wanted to keep her at a distance. That was for logistical reasons.
But I know that obviously with this one he was kidnapped by Rebecca, but
he had a hallucination,
he's not spending... No, he didn't.
No,
she did it.
She did it.
Oh, she put it in there.
Yeah.
Oh, how mean.
You know, like the whole Ramsay Bolton, oh, you think someone's come to rescue you. Oh, no, they haven't. That genius mind fuck. Yeah. To be fair, though, him and Sage messed around in her head, so it only makes sense that that's what she did back.
Oh, yeah. Revenge. Hell hath no fury like a woman's revenge.
And she knows what buttons to push. One, it being Elena. And two, when she said to him, maybe I'll compel you to kill your brother. Like, she knows.
Yeah. I get the impression with Rebecca she wasn't going to take it that far, just the threat of it was...
Yeah.
She's just messing with him, like... Because I think she does, like... She obviously likes him, because you wouldn't be upset that... Like he said to her, you can't be this upset, like... Whatever. And she obviously did think he liked her, like...
Yeah.
And because I think he's a good match for her, she maybe did see a bit of a, oh, this could be... Which is really sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
But it wasn't gonna... Like, he's gonna do all the messing around he wants, but he's... in love with Elena, so he's not gonna entertain anything like serious, is he?
No. I also think Elena was honest when she said that she didn't know what her feelings were. She admitted that to Stefan.
Can I ask a question? Sorry, how long do you fucking need to figure it out? Jesus, come on.
Has been quite a few episodes.
It has,
but
technically it's been from the beginning.
But
I think there's a bit of if you say it out loud, it's true. So therefore, I don't think she's admitted it to herself yet. So therefore, admitting it to somebody else is.
And there's also the repercussions. Of deciding
she's not ready for that sort of. Because I think she's then worried she's going to lose one of them.
Do you think, hypothetical question here, do you think that someone could be in love with two people at the same time? Do we think that's what this is?
I think you can.
Because they are different. They're not the same.
I think potentially, but I think one will always win out over the other. So I think you would have an idea of which one you were more sort of...
So she needs to figure which one that is,
And,
I mean,
you know... And then there is also an argument that if you're in love with somebody, you wouldn't be open to falling in love with somebody else, so...
I don't know about open to it. I think acting on it is the difference. If you love someone, you respect them, and if you respect them, you're not gonna...
Yeah, you're not gonna be like, look, you know...
It's also hard because it's... If
and she's
this
not
was
actually,
a real life
she's not
situation,
with Stefan,
no.
So
but even when she was with Stefan and this was happening and we could see it, let's just say that was real life, okay, and you noticed that your boyfriend's brother was pretty hot or whatever, you probably wouldn't be in a situation where you had to see that brother all the time. So it's not like she can... Do you know what I mean? Like, they're always together, they're grown-ass men and they live together. So it's just like she can't, you know, separate herself from... You could always, you know, that temptation, you could always find someone and have that magnetic energy, but you cut them out and you know, focus on your relationship.
In a mansion, so it's not like they're on top of each other all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
But it would just be so much easier if one of them walked away, one of them moved away, in a way, you know, like just...
I'm not sure that would be good for the programme though.
No.
Plus there's always something going on that they need to deal with.
Yeah.
But that's, you know what I mean, in real life you wouldn't have that because you wouldn't have the
before they
fucking
came back-
brother living with you.
You know, before they came back, all these people were just living normal lives.
Yeah.
Although I did like how Matt was involved this episode with the vampire.
Yeah.
hunting.
I did too. Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And
we haven't
he-
even
he-
talked about that.
He was got one in.
He staked him.
He's brave, man.
It was Matt that did it.
Yeah.
But not only did he do it, it was a quick old switcheroo. He stabbed him and then grabbed Elena and pulled her in and closed the fucking door. I was like, yes, that's what you would do. That's real. That is a human.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Lock the fucking door.
And because you know there's another vampire out there who's going to come after you.
Yes, I love it.
Interesting that she didn't go after Matt though. She went after Stefan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't go after Matt and Elena.
But they may have been next.
Yeah.
True.
But Stefan is the person who attacked them first.
Also, he's
Probably
more
not. It's
powerful.
his plan. He's done this.
Elena and Matt are humans.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I'll snap them twigs tomorrow. Like, Stefan's the one that,
yeah. But Matt was so good, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah, he was.
He really was. What was it? I thought you said choir boy, but was it bus boy?
Bus boy. He's like Barbie.
Barbie and
bus
bus boy.
I love Damon and his nicknames. So Witchy, Blondie, Barbie Klaus, Barbie Vampire.
Yeah.
Well, no, Vamp Barbies.
But it is nice that he's getting involved because I think I said a few episodes ago, like, I don't know what his story is. Where's he gonna, like, what's the future progression for this character?
Yeah.
I don't know where he slots in. So it's nice to see him. He's like he's their token. He's like their token human.
I do feel like Matt often is the one that brings us back to human issues.
Like grounding, yeah.
Like when he talked about his hand being broken and not having any health insurance.
Yeah. And
Or
college.
the fact that his life is a job and bills and, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's really good.
And he often seems to be a bit of a sounding board for Elena when she needs human thought process or someone who's just a bit more removed.
And normality.
Yeah.
You know, is it...
They've been, best friends since they were babies.
Yeah.
So.
Well, not in this episode, but in the last one. Was it in when they were in Meredith's cupboard?
Mm.
And they were very close. And I was like, oh, is this going to stir up some feelings? Because they were face to face in that cupboard, like, you know, being quiet. Obviously, Meredith was there when they went out. But, yeah, I just wonder if there's going to be potential feelings stirred up there. Because with him, it's so less... It's not complicated, is it? It's just normal.
Not complicated, but maybe a bit boring.
The trouble is now, though...
And that's a really interesting point. I wonder if Elena likes all the drama.
The trouble is now, though, as well, like, although...
I don't think she likes the life and death drama.
Well, no, but otherwise she would have walked
bit of
away
drama.
by now. She would have been like, I'm
The
done.
problem is, though, she can't because she's the blood source for the hybrid, so whatever she does, Klaus is still going to be after her.
Yeah, but she could come to an agreement with him. Be like, right, I'll donate once a month. Off you go.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to do that.
I know.
Like, then
I
you're
know.
causing another problem. So she can't actually...
Yeah.
And if you're Klaus, what if something happens to you?
She can't actually remove herself.
You need my protection because I'm a great guy
Yeah,
who protects
I'm so
humans
nice, I'm
like
gonna
this.
protect you.
But
For
he
you.
doesn't realise that she's not a little token that you
Yeah.
can put up on your shelf and be like, when I need you, I'll come back and I know where to find you.
So,
Tell you
like,
what's really comfy: coffins.
Yeah. I'll just
So,
keep
like,
Sedate you.
But she can't actually remove herself from the situation. So
No.
hanging around with Stefan and Damon, or not hanging, doesn't actually solve the problem.
That's
because
true.
the problem is actually her, and everybody is trying to protect her, not the other way around.
Poor Bonnie.
If someone turned her into a vampire, though, that should solve it.
Mm.
She don't want to be a vampire.
No, I get I didn't say that to do it willingly.
Yeah, poor Bonnie. I just want to say that scene where she was crying down by the car wheel was really good acting. That's the best crying scene we've seen in this entire series so far. Not that anyone's been bad or hammy, it's all been very good acting, but that was the best crying scene I think we've seen so far. Really good acting.
And like she just left him there and then was like, you knew she was going to phone him.
Yeah.
And be like, he's there, but she was just so done, wasn't she? Like, she obviously stalled it for a long time to try and prevent doing it or whatever, and probably was trying to think if she could do something that looked like it had done
and,
it
you know,
or...
she was already having a tough time what she was dealing with, and then...
She's always in the middle.
Yeah.
She's always, I'm going to steal you as a witch because you know, make you do this for me because you know this person. She's just always... in the middle, getting dragged and pushed and pulled, and
like I said,
I wish that she was powerful enough that she could just be like, fuck off, and they did.
No one's kind of... It's not that no one's got her back, but she's no one's priority.
No, that's why she's always being used.
Because obviously it's not that long since she broke up with Jeremy as well. So she hasn't got her boyfriend anymore. Her mum's gone.
Yeah.
She was with Caroline, but now Caroline's involved in all this, and it's just who's... looking after Bonnie instead of calling her, being like, can you do this? We need you for this.
Yeah.
Although Elena did try and talk to her, but she's still not in a place for that.
Oh, I'm interested to see where it's going to go from now.
Interesting as well that I don't know if it was delaying tactics or whether she was being genuine when she was not thinking she could do the spell.
Yeah,
whether she was strong enough or not. But the fact that Klaus had no doubt, like...
Yeah. Because I know he said, Klaus had no doubt because it was her power that let the mum do it.
But he's older, he's lived, he's seen probably more witchcraft than what Bonnie has. Bonnie is witch, but she's human. She's only lived however old she is. She has not seen the reach and the potential of the witches. He has, so he might be like, no, you just don't know what's under there.
I also wonder
which also makes sense why he's scared of her, of having her there.
Where there's a thing with...
it was against his plan.
With Klaus, whether he knows how potentially powerful Bonnie is, but he doesn't necessarily want her to know that.
Yeah, exactly. Unless she's on his side. Yeah, for sure. So.
I also note that he threatened Jeremy, but you never saw him try and lay a hand on Bonnie.
No, I think he's a bit I think Klaus has a bit of a healthy respect for witches. Like you don't mess with them too much. Too much because
if he pushes
she can take them all down.
Yeah, if he pushes that and she pushes back and realizes how strong she is, maybe he doesn't want her to realize that.
Yeah,
I also feel like there's a bit of Klaus that's like, well, I want to threaten you to do this, but if I actually do something, then I can't use you again because you're going to be so against me.
Yeah.
So manipulative.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, again, he tried the whole, I could find her for you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's when she said something about him and he was like...
I can't remember what she said. She was like, I hate you, despise you. And he was like...
I think if he could have forced a tear, he probably would have.
Yeah.
I can't believe he said that.
As a character, he's so good, obviously, because he evokes such hate. Not to the point where I want him gone, because he's a brilliant character, but I like the actor more and more because he's doing a really good job.
I think Klaus is a great love to hate character.
Yeah.
And hate to love character.
Yeah.
Caroline, as we said, I think when we paused for a bit, very... handling very well the Alaric situation with her dad.
Yes.
Much more mature than she used to be.
Yeah.
Because you can understand her anger towards him, but like I said, it's like when someone with a mental health condition does something to someone. You're angry with them because of what they've done, but you can also understand that they haven't chosen, it's not a deliberate act, and so it's that warring. That was our reaction to The Vampire Diaries Season 3 Episode 18, Murder of One. Thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.